Hey y'all, what's up? I am Rosie and I am back again with another Reddit video. Now, I said if the first one does well, I would try again and keep doing these. And so, my first one is doing pretty well. I uploaded it Friday. Today is March 21st and it's a Tuesday, so 12 views in a few days is pretty good for me. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm an unknown YouTuber. Some of my videos have one view, at least one has no views. So 12 views I am not going to complain about. I even gained a subscriber, so that's pretty darn good for me. Anyway, I'm gonna try again and hopefully this one does just as well. And with that being said, you guys, let's get started. This is called The Hospital Hookup by FA2 Penguin 15, and it's a true story apparently. So let's get started. I was a 13-year-old female who had to go to a hospital to get my spine fixed. Up until the day before this, I was in a wheelchair. I decided to ditch my parents and enjoy walking while I could after the surgery. I was free for once in my life. I was wandering around the hospital looking everywhere for nothing in particular when I wandered near my room to see a middle-aged woman passed out on the floor. I got one of the nearest people to help me and they called a code blue. Since I was really into anything medical, I knew what a code blue was. I stood in horror as I watched the lady being shocked when I couldn't take it. I was watching some random lady being brought back from the dead. I found the cafeteria and got a sandwich from the deli and sat in an empty seat. A 25-ish-year-old man sat down at the table, which I ignored. He muttered to me that he was very thankful I found his wife. I flashed a kind smile and continued eating. He touched my head and this really got me creeped out. He said I had nice hair and I was just like, hold the fuck up. I squeezed his arm until he let go. I just glared at him and that made him walk away. Then a couple of minutes passed and the guy was back with the same sandwich as me. He stated that the setup was not how he imagined our first date. I said, hold up. You go fucking around with other women while your wife is in the hospital dying? That's it. I'm out of here. I found a group of adults who I knew and told them about the situation. My dad was amongst the group and he angrily stood up and pursued the man, pushing him against the wall, yelling so much his face was red. The guy proceeds to say that my dad had a pretty girlfriend, referring to me, and that pushed me over the line, and 13-year-old me snapped. I told my dad to step aside and I gave that guy 2 black eyes and a bloody nose. My dad had never been prouder. One of many ghost experiences, true, by E. Kosei. I hope I said your name right. I am a 19-year-old female when this happened. I was around 13 or 14. It was a really hot day in mid-July and I had my friend, we'll call her Liz, over to come and swim and to stay the night since my brothers and dad were gone and it was just my mom and I. At around 10 at night, my mom told Liz and I it was time to come in considering it was getting late and kind of cold. We weren't done messing around in the water, so we decided to go and put our feet in the bath and just talk. All was well when we were having a good time when I heard what I thought was my mom calling my name, Emily. I said yes, and there was a knock on the bathroom door. I leaned back and opened it slightly and said yes again, no response. I closed the door thinking she was just yelling to make sure we were actually back in the house. About 10 minutes later, Liz and I are still sitting in the tub when I heard my name being called again. Emily! I was beginning to get frustrated because my mom wasn't answering me when she called, so I got out of the tub, flung the bathroom door open and shouted, "What? Why do you keep calling my name?" My mom yelled back to me and said, "I'm not, so knock your fucking attitude off." I was uneasy now. We're the only ones in the house and Liz is with me, so who else could be calling my name? I told myself my mom was fucking with me because I get scared so easily, so I closed the door to where there was a crack, and Liz and I sat on the other side of the tub to where we could see the door. Another 5 minutes had passed when the door creaked a little bit further and my name was said again. I bolted up and said proudly, flinging the door open, "I knew it was you! No one was there. Liz was now very scared, and I was almost pissing myself. We ran down the stairs so fast to tell my mom what was happening. Needless to say, we didn't go back upstairs until the sun was back out. Hide and Seek by true scary author. This happened a while back when my friend Lucy and I were about 12 years old. We had been bored all summer and my mom agreed to take us to a roller rink. It was out of town, but we didn't care. This is an old building. It's clearly built way before any of us. When you go in, you can tell. First of all, the town doesn't have the best reputation, and it's definitely not on the best side of town. The ceiling is caving, there are cracks in the wall, the cement floors are stained, but the rink still works. And those few things don't stop bored kids. On one particular day, there wasn't many people at the rink. Lucy and I had been sitting out after skating for a few hours. This girl, probably our age, randomly comes up and starts talking to us. She even looked strange. I don't know what it was about her, I just felt that she was off. We tried to be nice and chat, but then we kinda ignored her. It was as if as soon as she made eye contact, she hated me. Lucy noticed it too, and we went and sat down. Lucy went to whisper something, but the girl stared at us. Like I said, she was just creepy. She said, "When people whisper, it makes me feel like they're talking about me." We didn't know how to reply, and Lucy explained that we weren't talking about her, just talking. A while later, the girl came back and asked, "Want to play hide and seek?" I didn't know where we'd play hide and seek in a roller rink. The girl was pointing at the area off to the side, a dark corner where old hockey goals and sticks are pushed in the corner. For me, this was a red flag, as I was already creeped out. I said no and went off skating with Lucy again. Lucy and I walked to the bathroom, and Lucy said she'd wait by the sink. I agreed and shut the stall door. Then it went pitch black. I heard Lucy say, "Hey!" and I yelled out. I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. It was that dark in the little stall and small bathroom. The lights turned back on and I saw Lucy there. "She turned the lights off," Lucy said, referring to her as the weird girl. My mom had heard us yell and came to see what had happened. Lucy told my mom what happened, and my mom said we should stay away from the girl. "What happened?" the weird girl asked, in a totally fake voice. It was obvious she knew she had done it. "You turned the lights off," Lucy said to the girl. The girl claimed it was an accident, but I knew it wasn't. She finally left us alone, and we left when the rink closed. Lucy and I never saw the girl again, but I wonder what would have happened if Lucy wouldn't have came with me and if we would have played hide and seek with this freak. True Scary Mall Story by Kitten Knight. This event did not happen to me or anyone I knew. It happened at a mall that I loved to go to. I was around 14 when I heard this story. The two victims were around 9 to 12 years old. This happened in France, Ile-de-France region, FYI. There were two young girls who rode a scooter together to and from the mall. When they get there, the two would chain it up before going in, then unchain it when they'd leave. One day, when they came out of the mall to find their scooter was missing, the two decided to split up and search for clues. The girl who didn't find the scooter went back to find her friend but couldn't find her. Figuring that her friend left without her, she walked home alone. The girl didn't think anything of it until her friend's parents called and asked where she was. The police were called. I believe after a week or so they found the missing girl. I can't remember if they found her dead or not. Turns out the girl who found the scooter was kidnapped by two older men, about 30 years old plus. The police caught the two. They're in prison now. Well, you guys, that's it for me. I am done because each story I've had to read like 5 times before I got it right, except for this one, thankfully. So I'm gonna go. Hope this one does well. And to the Reddit writers, I hope they approve of this and everything. But for now, I'm gonna go, you guys. Hope you enjoy this. Love you very, 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 very much. And I hope to see you on the next upload. Bye for now.